King of the Death Matches tournament, Allison Danger, Bryce Remsburg. It is going to be Rollin Hard taking on Ian Rotten as the mix of black TV show theme songs plays, welcoming the blackest man in the IWA, the food stamp champ, Rollin Hard, to the ring.
Yay, look, it's Undercover Brother. Solid.
And that's Rollin, I-N apostrophe.
Yes.
No G on the end.
No G, no rolling.
Yeah, no, none of that.
He doesn't like to roll around the ring.
Keep rolling.
Joe Bailey, wishing him good luck.
Some fist pumps, making it count.
Now, what's up? Working on proud.
White's high five, you know. Hey, the ropes are missing.
Yeah, no rope, barbed wire. New stipulation, definitely death matchy.
Anything by me.
Death match-esque. Rolling hard.
The afro's growing week to week.
Look, all of a sudden, black guy behind him not so angry. He's like, yeah, there's another brother
It's his
in here.
boy.
What's
It's
up?
It's his personal security guard. Chuck Davis noticed that he's watching Rollin's back.
Oh, yeah.
That's his pick to win the tournament as well.
Good times kicks in.
And I can't imagine being in one death match. This is his second of the night, potentially of 3.
Yep, and that's what it takes. You know, in years later, when death matches would be stretched out over the course of 2 evenings on a given weekend, they would at least have 24 hours to recover. You know, and let their bodies heal a little bit before competing in the next round. But on this given night, it all took place in one evening, and Ian Rotten about to compete in his second death match of the night.
There's a handicapped person rocking out there in the blue that walked across the screen.
I didn't realize this song. What song is this? Is this?
This is Beautiful People.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was so old.
Neither do I. God, we're old. No, I'm old.
You're old.
You hump you.
Don't say that you're old, because then that means I'm old too.
Okay.
Yeah, because Praise That Curious.
I'm
You're
your
my age.
I'm your
Yeah.
little brother.
Yeah, you know what little brothers?
22.
You know what they get from their older siblings?
What?
An ass whooping from the mouse.
What?
Here comes Ian. Is Ian gonna get in those ropes?
Yep,
He went under him.
he went underneath.
Well, that's a good strategy right off the bat.
How's Rico get in the ring?
I don't know. He's got the street fight gear on as well. He's the king of the bunkhouse. Ian looking healthy.
Yeah, a little more of Ian here.
Ian's been having some good cooking.
Ian dropped a considerable amount of weight around year 2000, 2001.
In the
Where'd he drop
year
it?
2000.
He dropped it across the
He left it in Louisville.
mainly southern Indiana, a little bit up in Milwaukee. Collar and elbow tie-up, no rope barbed wire matchup. Set up properly with the 3 strands replacing the ropes as well as the
Yeah.
X's.
Wait, what happened to
A-
Rollin Hard's afro?
a
What's
rope-
going
He
on?
took it off.
A rope break is not a good thing.
It's stylish, but it wouldn't come in handy in a no rope barbed wire. That would easily get caught up in the wire.
I think he's hiding from his black roots. I mean, he should
He's
not
proud of his roots. He's
embrace-
proud of it.
not be ashamed. Embrace them.
Embrace who you are.
Ian Rotten in the first round taking on Cash Flow, one of his own students.
Half Nelson.
Rollin Hard is another wrestler that he had a hand in continuing his training after Rollin started out elsewhere. So it's sort of like teacher versus student even here in the second round with Ian and Rollin.
You know what would be my ideal death match for Ian Rotten?
What?
He's bleeding already.
Ian Rotten versus a brown recluse spider. That's money. That is gold.
I believe that match has happened twice already.
Yeah,
and
and it's
And
best.
Ian's lost both
yeah,
times. Ian's
best
done
of-
the job both times.
Best of 3 is done. Hey, Ian has to go 3 out of 5.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I don't think we need to see any more rematches with that particular contest.
I hope not.
Fighting away at the head of Rollin Hard, pulls him back up. Nice shot from Ian Rotten.
Danger loves spiders.
Yes, I
Nate
do.
Webb?
I also love, cervical cancer.
Yeah. Getting hit in the face with a sledgehammer.
Yes, I love that. Raping through the baseball bat. All good times.
Come on now. The wide stripes on the ref shirt. All the rage of 97.
Yes, because the refs are all trying to look thinner. Why? I don't know.
Low blow from Rollin Hard. Ian down on his knees now. See if Rollin can take the wire to Ian Rotten right here. He's got some athletic tape trying to cover up the wounds from the first round. And he's just digging away.
You squirty squirt!
God! Ew.
Nice shot there from BNC Productions. Remastered by Smart Mark Video for your DVD pleasure.
I feel sick to my tummy.
What's BNC stand for?
Not even sure. I think the B was for Byerly. John Byerly was the head of the production company.
Nutrition Center.
Big nasty cuts. That's what
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Bryce, I was going to ask you when
was
we were speaking
gross.
of ref gear. Do you refs, when you ever get dressed in the back, ask if these stripes make you look fat?
These make me look thin. That's why they're horizontal.
Really? Yeah, because we're really you guys are heavy.
Paunchy.
I don't know. You can't look paunchy if you're a ref.
I wonder if he sold that shirt then. That Rollin Hard shirt.
I actually knew a wrestling fan that was in Philadelphia for the first Taipei death match with Ian and Axl Rotten at the ECW arena, and the fan actually not only bought Ian's shirt for X amount of money, but he also bought like the athletic tape with the broken glass glued to it.
Wow.
From the match.
Much like the tradition of buying masks.
Yeah, I was like, what are you gonna do with that stuff? And like, he was stayed at a hotel that night and accidentally left it in the hotel room. So not only did he waste all that money buying the souvenir, but
a maid
went in there and thought that maybe a murder took place in the room.
And I guarantee the gentleman who spent all that money and left it has yet to been laid.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Well, he comes to Highland shows now. Larry Sternshine, ChicagoWrestling.com.
Oh, how about that? Snap.
Digging that barbed wire into the head.
That's my good plug on Chicago Wrestling. All of a sudden, they hate me again.
Tells all his friends.
Damn that Allison Danger.
Rollin puts on the brakes.
She outed my virginal status.
I never said he was. You said that. I just pointed out who it was. Larry was paying his dues, going on road trips as a wrestling fan.
Something that should have been brought to my attention yesterday.
Going after the leg of Rollin Hard.
God, I could use a giant penguin right now.
Yeah.
Instead, I'll take a good, healthy death match.
We're getting some of that right here.
Ooh.
Well, that explains some of the scars on Ian's forehead. What's with the ponytail?
Some strawberry jam.
Preserves, if you will.
It's nasty.
Thumbtacks lining the boots of these wrestlers.
Could be from this match, could not. Could be from last weekend.
So is there always blood in a death match?
Not always. I mean, I think one of the War Machines couldn't really tell if his head got busted open because the mask was sort of protecting his head. But
because I was going to say, if blood's a requirement and you get a women's match and both just happen to be on that same cycle, that could be a death match.
Yeah, Mickey Knuckles took on Mischief in a first blood match, and I was like, hey, you should have the ref check her before the thing starts. Yep. This could be over before it even got started.
Yes. Wow.
Because
what about menstruation jokes over here? What's up?
Because they would have been on their periods, right?
I understand it now.
Rowing on Red River, waving the Japanese flag.
Road sign put to use by Ian, right over the head of Rollin Hard.
Ooh. Bad boy.
Of course, it was Rollin Hard.
Naughty in this match.
Some trivia. The first IWA event that Smart Mark Video actually came out to film was the 2001 King of the Death Matches tournament, which Rollin Hard won. It was like a 200-plus light tube House of Pain match.
Oh.
Jump around that House of Pain.
No, actually, he didn't win that.
I stand chair.
I stand corrected. Ian Rotten won the tournament that year. Rollin was in the finals, but he won the previous year in 2000.
More stuff I don't know.
Want to throw him into
Is there going to be a test on all this stuff?
No, there will not be a test. We could actually.
Be a test at the end of
it could be a DVD quiz.
Right. There will be
Imagine what Dave could do with all his brain space.
What was the color of the skin of the security guard that watched Rollin's back?
Trebek, I will take Angry Black Men for 400. This is my lucky day. I'll take the rapist for 300.
Ain't no bum cover.
DDT.
Not quite a rotten rush. That's both arms.
Which competitor likes young children? Anyway. Ian Rotten crawling to the other side of the ring.
There's a nobody taping it joke there.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
And
all this death match is making me hungry.
That's a hardcore pigsty.
It's sort of like a Caribbean spider web type thing. I don't know if there's any glass underneath it, but
I hate spiders.
It's quite the spider web.
Yes.
With one B.
And what a web Ian is leaving for himself.
Since it is elevated, whoever falls into that is going to have a tough time getting out of it. Holy fuck!
You got served, bitch.
And that's 3 right there. Ian Rotten advances. Wow, that was pretty dangerous.
That was holy fuck
Yeah,
worthy.
yeah. That was, what the shit was that?
And to think that he actually had an IWA career after this match.
I think I have an IWA career after this match.
Ian Rotten goes on to round 3.
If you ever book me for this, I will punch you in your dinger.